Welcome back to 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. As always, I'm your host, John J. Ransom Futrell. Welcome back, man. It's been an interesting week for me, which obviously leads to some of the topics I want to talk about tonight. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. May not be. Rather than even just getting into topics, first things I want to say to y'all, and I've noticed this on social media, dealt with it myself, within my own mind and things of that nature. Belief. When conducting business, being in any form of entertainment, any industry, belief in yourself should be number one. Belief in your product should be number two. And belief in your brand should encompass both things. I think often we look for validation and we gotta stop looking for validation. Those of us that become millionaires or billionaires do not seek validation. That's just the reality of it. Most billionaires, like if you watch the documentaries on them or interviews and things of that nature, they've already believed prior to anyone else believing. Carry those principles with you. That being said, I want to go into something else that originally I wasn't going to talk about on this show. I feel like it goes a little deep. And I'm not sure how many people are aware of it. But I want to talk about Machiavellism. And in the sense of not how it's defined by dictionary terms or how others define it, but I want to talk about it in general. Because our world is created by Machiavellism. In particular, our society. It's all about power, deception, and perception. And I know a lot of people aren't aware of what it is in the sense of understanding that they're witnessing it. Media in different industries use Machiavellism as a form of getting whatever it is that they want. It's really about creating a certain perception to mislead competition or consumers into buying into one's ideals, philosophy, or product. That's the reality of it. The issue with it is that I think to a certain extent we all kind of use it, especially if you have a brand, no matter what industry you're in. If you have a brand, for the most part, you're not going to show every aspect of you, personal or otherwise. You're definitely going to, show only certain things. You're going to try to magnify your strengths and not really worry about your weaknesses, although be aware of your weaknesses so you do not display these things. That is a part of Machiavellism. Although Machiavelli wrote The Prince in particular about the political arena, this same mindset has been applied to industries and societies throughout the world and is still used to this very day. I spoke about this on an Instagram post the other day. If you look at Tupac Shakur and his persona as a rapper, when he came out of prison, he actually called himself Machiavelli. And if you looked at everything that he did after he came out of prison, his relationship with the media, how he displayed himself, how he put himself out there, very much so Machiavellism. And that's no disrespect to what the man has done nor his legacy, but that's the reality of it. If you really look at it, you look at the East Coast, West Coast thing, which was created by media, which was created by personas. You really start to, because looking at Suge Knight, period, is, he's very much so a Machiavellism character. And I don't mean that as in villainous, but I mean as in the way he portrays himself, the way he does business, everything that he's ever been involved in. And it's no difference with Tupac. If you really look at not the personal things, not his philosophies, but how he displays himself. Now, that being said, is understanding Machiavellianism a good thing or a bad thing? It's neither. It's neutral. It depends on how you use it and why you're using it, your intentions, just like with anything else. I would highly recommend reading or getting the audiobook or even watching documentaries on The Prince on Machiavelli, so you understand more about it and try to apply it to things that you see in society to help, I want to say, more guard yourself, because it really is learning how to move in a room full of snakes and in a sea full of sharks, to be honest with you. And sometimes those things are absolutely necessary, especially in business. I know personally I've read the book probably 2 or 3 times. I've read the audiobook. I've watched documentaries on it. And I pay attention to exactly what it is that Machiavelli was trying to tell people, in my opinion. Because some people say, like, once upon a time it was considered an evil guide. It was considered demonic and all these other things. When I think in reality, I think from his point of view, it was more of a warning of how things really are. I think when you step in certain political arenas or certain arenas in general, you start to learn how people are, true intentions, the nature of people, and the nature of situations and environment. And you start to learn and realize that a lot of things are not always as they seem. A lot of people will use various qualities to get what they want. We live in a selfish world. That's the reality of it. If we didn't, there wouldn't be so many billionaires. There wouldn't be so many millionaires, period. That's just how it go. And now the counter argument is that, well, somebody shouldn't apologize for the amount of money they make. That's very true. But when you're making an X amount of money, but you still know there's people starving in the world and you're fully aware of that, you're part of the problem, in my opinion. Now, moving on from that, a lot of things lined up. We got Really Right Productions has a concert show going on in Marshalltown, New Jersey at Veronica's Lounge this Sunday. That's going on. And the week after that, Friday, Vado will be in Marshalltown, and then a couple weeks after that, there will be a spoken word showcase that I will personally be involved in, as far as hosting and organizing. Although I have hand in the other ones to a certain extent. The December one I really have a hand in. So that being said, if you're in town, come through. If you're in Jersey or you're in the tri-state, come through. Normally I don't do the commercial things, but I figure I'll put that out there. A lot of other great things are in the works, man. I'm working on a new luxury product, which I can't say too much more about. I'm designing all of it myself. To me, they're more luxury art pieces. And I will be only making, out of all of I've created, I will only be making 10 of each version. So look out for that. I did release a new art book, so you can go get that from my website. There's a lot of things going on, but I think more than anything, I wanted to bring across those 2 points. One, believe in yourself, believe in your product, believe in your brand. And number 2, learn and understand Machiavellianism. It will be a great help to you. Obviously, I would couple that with the 48 Laws of Power, because actually the 50th law is really about Machiavellianism, especially in cutthroat business. It really is about the same thing. So, I recommend those things. Another thing I want to say is whatever your craft is, whatever your industry is, whatever it is you're trying to do, study that shit, man. Really study it. Educate yourself on it. Train yourself on it. And also be knowledgeable. See, those are 2 different things. Being knowledgeable on something and being educated on something is 2 different things. When you're educated, you're trained on it. And when you're knowledgeable, you know it and you understand it. So do both. That being said, man, I will holler back at y'all next week. Another 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that supports and everybody who listens. Please rate the show so I know that y'all are listening. I mean, I know some of y'all have told me personally, but I would greatly appreciate if you would rate the show. So I'll holler back. Once again, it's John J. Ransom Futrell, 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. Peace.